Now today is more about the system itself, so I will be upgrading that. Throughout these years, people have been commenting and bugging me to get a PiStorm. So I got tempted, I went on to AmigaStore.eu, I got myself a PiStorm 600. Now, I've never done this before, so I'm here to discover. Good morning and welcome. Now this series has been about me making this Amiga 600 of mine into a portable system. Well, as much portable as I can get. Now, the first video, I modded the power side to this, the power circuitry to this, to make it a USB-C power supply, to make it support USB-C power supplies. And it works, as you can see, beautifully. There's a switch here which I've put in, and in the second video of this series, I made this have an HDMI out, as you can see. So I used an RGB to HDMI board and installed that and wired everything up. Please find out any information by yourselves independently before following along with me. So let's get into this now and disconnect it from the screen and the power. I chose the option that, oh, funky sponge, right? I chose the option of the SD card, so it's all installed for me here. Workbench 3.1 on this thing, on first partition. But you know something, I think I might actually upgrade that to, because I already own OS 3.2, and there's a new update, 3.2.3, so I can actually put the ROM on. I think I can put the ROM on there, and the workbench disk also. I like how AmigaStore.eu creates these installation guides and everything. It's just on point with the packaging and everything. Nicely done. Not sponsored, by the way, I bought this myself. As far as I know, this is an accelerator, but it's also a graphics card. So normally in the other one, I have, let me just check this out, then I'll talk, okay? Because that's what I need. In my other Amigas, I have accelerators. Like I have the A600 Plus. I've made a video on that, but I love that thing. Also, I have the Terrible Fire TF1260 in my Amiga 1200 Tower. And yeah, I love them. But this, for the portability of this, I want to just give this a try. Because I'm curious. Everyone's going on about it, and I'm curious about it. So let's give this a go. And as far as I know, I'm not going to need the kickstart. So we've got the PiStorm board here. If you can read this, your Pi is upside down. I like that. But that is very important because you can actually goof everything up if you don't put your Pi in the right way around. It should be like that, basically. Which is annoying because it's just taking up. It could be like the RGB to HDMI and go over it. But now I don't know if I'm gonna need, because I do have the 1 megabyte of chip. So I am completely new to PiStorm. I have no idea how it works, what it looks like, or anything, how to set it up. So basically, this goes like that. And then, everything, I assume, everything the PiStorm needs. So I should just work straight away out the box. However, I'm gonna need to upgrade this. This goes over the 68,000 CPU, which is that. This is cramped. Oh my goodness, this is really cramped. What am I gonna do here? I mean, thankfully I got the one with the Denise adapter there, but this seems like it's not gonna happen, to be honest. It's basically that, it's the HDMI cable, isn't it? It's just stopping. I did hot glue this on for security, right? Now one thing that I've learned, yeah, you may be wondering, how is she gonna get this off? Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most people do know, isopropyl alcohol actually for some reason just debilitates hot glue. It dissolves it, I think. So once I pour this but somehow magically it takes the it just makes hot glue become useless. So yeah, if you've got a hot glue project, yeah, keep isopropyl alcohol away from it. Now, clearance. Will this work? Let me just take this out for a start. Oh god. This is such a squeeze, it's unreal. And the floppy drive is going to be flush at the bottom of the thing, so is this actually working, or am I just hallucinating? You know, actually it's not bad. It's not like it's... none of it's touching anything else. It's just... everything's in and it's sort of fitting. It's just the act of maneuvering it is a bit thingy, but other than that it seems fine. I mean, she says, well, she's not put the lid on yet, the top on yet. Okay, moment of truth, right? Okay, that's EMU68 and that's PiStorm. So that's working. Ooh, okay. Things are working. Graphics memory, right? And 363, is that 363 megabytes? Okay. Okay, it's drawing 15 watts. Which is alright, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. That's just anything. Hopefully this. Things are working. I like this track. In fact, I love this track. I used to use it on my channel a lot. Takes me back. It really does take me back. Oh my god. I finally got my portable Amiga. I got an extra little thing here, right? But I'm gonna obviously need to get another one of them, the HDMI mini to thingy, but a slim version, hopefully. It's a thing. But then what I can do then, here, is with this, it's a little switch between them, right? Switches between 1 and 2. It's a low key sort of, well, I wouldn't say it's a low key, but you know, so if you connect one and then connect the other here, and then this goes to the monitor, right? Rather than constantly switching HDMIs, I can literally just press that button and it switches between the two different outputs. But I'm excited. I am actually excited. Let's see if this works through there though. Oh, another thing. I may actually need this after all. The because there didn't seem to be any chip memory. So this adds chip memory. This is actually quite a snug setup. It's as in snug as in good. It's nothing is like sellotaped in place or anything like this. Not that I do that, but it's not like it's this is pushing against that or that's pushing against this. Other than the ribbon cable here, which is just, I mean, it's actually just going through. To be honest, it was better like this, like than it was in the last video. It was just a better place. Better position, I mean. Let's go make dinner soon. It indicates which one you switched on to. Oh, that is so good. If I can just get one of them, the actual a slim mini HDMI to HDMI cable, then I'm sorted. What was I saying earlier on? Yeah, I was curious about the Amiga 3000 because it's got like, you know, it's an interesting spec compared to the rest. So this feels like it would be the almost like the Amiga 3000 spec. What's this Bagheera? Bagheera? It's Jungle Book. Ooh. Freak's sake, that's a resolution and a half, isn't it? I'm going workbench. Where's the mouse? Is it like... Oh, it's there, diddly mouse. Oh my god. I think I need to change the resolution just a little bit. Screen mod. Very diddly. Change it to a different Bagheera. Okay, so the next day, and I had ordered myself a slimline USB mini to USB mini? HDMI mini to HDMI cable, right? So this is much better. It's much better than this. Thicker wire, and it's just straining that port, and I was just not happy with it. Do you know something? This is actually a solid install, all of it. This, as long as I push this one in. It's actually all a really solid install. At first I was a little but when you actually look underneath there and everything fits just right. It's just maneuvering it to fit. I've decided with regards to this button that I'm not going to, the actual button, the single button for the menu of the RGB to HDMI. I'm not going to drill another hole. It's just, I kind of yeah, it's just I felt bad enough drilling the hole for this switch, even though the switch is actually wonderful. I just felt bad for doing that. So I'm going to leave it as it is. However, there's this... Sorry, I just want to tie this cable. Basically, the two HDMI cables are coming out like that. You cannot even see that there. Are coming out like this. Yeah, it looks a bit thick, but you'll see why I'm doing that in a moment. Yeah. So they're going here. This one going into here, other one going underneath there. The cable is very, you know, I wouldn't say very flexible, but it's flexible, and that's good. I've put heat sinks on the pies underneath this as well, and underneath this one as well. That's not the pie, I just put a heatsink there because it was a spare heatsink. Also, I realized that I need to actually put the heat sinks on this one, on the Pico DC to DC ATX. So I put heat sinks on everything that I could put heat sinks on the top of it, because yeah, after a little while it does get warm. It doesn't get hot, it just gets warm. Now, I don't want to risk anything, so I'm just going to put heat sinks on. Yeah, heat sinks galore everywhere. So I would highly recommend doing that. But other than that, this is actually really good. hold on, let me just finish. And I've extended this so I don't keep having to plug it, unplug it, and just wear it out. So let's just finishing off this at the moment. What's gonna happen here is our two friends are gonna go there, and then the HDMI will come out here. This goes to the screen, yeah? Right, that goes to the screen. And now I can switch between, yeah, they look slightly less thick, but it functions with ease. I only need to use one screen, and if there's a different resolution, just push the button and it switches over to the other one. So yeah, I'm so glad I managed to find a nice compact HDMI switcher like this. It was a while ago, I cannot remember exactly where, but if I do find it, I'll link it in the description below. Now, what I've done here is, yeah, I've used hot glue as a, I've glued these cables down as well as this, yeah? Because if these keep moving around, they're gonna affect the board and the installation and everything. So it's like a cable tie. It's working as a cable tie. I can always, if I'm gonna change it, I can always pour isopropyl alcohol in it, get rid of the hot glue and do something else. But meanwhile, I'll do it like this. And something I'm actually happy with this setup here. Okay, I've just realized I've left my power supply downstairs. But you know what? I think the power supply from my soldering iron is gonna work, because the soldering iron works up to 20 volts. So USB-C, I think it's got this, well, depending on which one it is, has got this mod where these mods where it goes 5 volts, 12 volts, a couple of voltages, 15 volts and 20 volts or something like this anyway. So if it does this, I'm pretty sure it's going to work. Yep, working. Okay, I've already set PiStorm up, by the way. I was doing that last night. So as you can see, PiStorm is there, and I installed it, and I've customized it mostly. Installed it with 3.2.3, now the latest. And yeah, everything is nice. This backdrop, yes, we call them backdrops in Amiga land and not wallpapers. The backdrop, I found it somewhere and it was really nice. I will link it in the description below. Whoever created it, thank you. It's really nice. If I go into like Octamed it runs on low res. So Octamed's not gonna appear on this screen. So what I have to do is just click that button, and here we have Octamed. Oh, this feels so grey compared to how I do it. I'm gonna have to get my colors back on this and customize it for me again. And once you quit this, it'll just keep flickering and stuff until you switch it back to the... One thing that annoys me is that Soundtrack Pro doesn't work. It works when you... Yeah, see, it just comes up like a thingy. Now it'll work if I load it from disk, from floppy disk, or boot with no startup sequence. Now if I do that, just load it via the thingy, then it works fine. But it bugs me that it doesn't work from the icon, because sometimes I need to flick between Octamed and Soundtrack Pro 2. So if any of you has any sort of idea why that doesn't work, what is it? I know there's something in the OS that's stopping it in Workbench itself. So I just want to figure out what exactly it is, or maybe I've not got a setting right, or it's a setting thing, or something like that. But other than that, everything else seems to work. Well, everything else that I've used so far. Actually, let's see if Audio Master works. Please work. Yes. Oh my goodness, I haven't actually used this for a while. Oh, this takes me back. This is the first thing I messed with. I must have been about 8 or something like this when I was sampling and messing with things on the Amiga 500. Messing with the effects, messing with all this, and yeah. But wasn't it Audio Master 2 back then? I cannot remember. Beautiful. I love this setup now. I know that I was gonna do my tower, and I still am gonna do my tower, of course, but you know, travel plans have come before I finish off the tower, but I've got Amiga on the go now. I leave tomorrow, and I can take this with me. very special thank you to my top tier patrons: Rich Garbett, Axel Dominator, Jason Marison, Corey Ostman, Mark Bosak, and Monochrom Minako. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it.